So I won't bother you with all the details of our long and exhausting discussion. But a plan was made and I think it could be alright for us. Advisor Sumari gave a grand plan of how he believed we should proceed. The Seleucids, who have harassed my uncle and his reign for decades, are now on the brink of destruction. He therefore advised us to ally ourselves with the mighty Ptolemies to take out the Seleucid satrap Lydia. With their regions under our control, revenge on the warlike Rhodians could be possible. And after that, we would undoubtedly become a massive economic superpower in Asia Minor. He also mentioned how we then could travel back to Greece and take out the Macedonian pretenders. They will suffer for their lies and deceptions. But Sohan had an expansive network of contacts all over the Greek world. He mentioned how the Epirus king Epirus had fallen by demons of the west. Rumors say they were summoned into this world by Hades to destroy everything touched by Alexander. It is most likely just a scheme made by our enemies to scare us into hiding, but that won't happen. Overall, the agreement was on us securing Anatolia so we could use it as a power base for our future expansion. Advisor Cato also made an excellent proposal. He had analyzed our former battles. From this, he realized even though our tactical knowledge might be inferior, usage of the terrain could always help secure victory. He therefore pleaded we should seek engagements wherever we are favored. This could be anything from ambushes and fortifications to river crossings and narrow terrain. With the plan set and a method agreed upon, I ordered my men to break camp. The march south began. Before an all-out war with the Seleucids actually could begin, we had a lot of things we needed to do. The former king, my uncle, had already made plenty of treaties in the past just to keep them away. He was always too scared of what seemed larger than himself, but I weren't. We broke his agreements, which Antigonus didn't appreciate. He most likely expected us to help him in his war against Ptolemy II. But for now, we would ally with the Egyptians instead. Potentially this could just be another stupid move to replace one Diadochi superpower with another. But while they bring chaos to each other, we will rise like a phoenix. We began taking our new barracks from Ankara into good use. Ever since our loss to Mithridates of Pontus, we had to replace my reliable royal guards with local warriors. Inferiors, you might say. Don't get me wrong, they've been useful in combat and have achieved great glory while bringing much needed success to Pergamon. But if we were to take on the loyal Lydians, I, King Eumenes, needed to mimic my grandfather Alexander. We started to train Pergamene soldiers in the way of the pike. They could strengthen our center, which we lacked at our battle against Pontus, leading to misery. With our biggest weakness patched, I traveled to Side, where I would meet Ptolemy II. After a long day with wine and other festivities to amuse us, we formed a non-aggression pact alongside trade and military access.
Your words are wise and strike to the heart of our dealings. Pharaoh, strength and health to him, will be pleased.
He might have been a bit drunker than me, as he gave me plenty of gold in exchange for our dealings. That or he is just trying to bribe my friendship so I don't take him out when I inevitably regain my claim to the empire. As long as he doesn't know of our plans, everything is good. A month or so went by with further preparations being made, but now the time for war has come. I marched into Iconium with favor from the people and the gods. It is time to see our new troops in action. This would be the first trial of my army. I need to make sure I could rely on them before a proper battle took place. I positioned my men in a straight line. The terrain was very uneven, making our oblique order obsolete. But after scouting ahead, I realized the enemy were moving past a massive hill. I ordered all my auxiliaries to occupy it, while the newly recruited royal guard would position themselves at the bottom of the ridge to block their path. Once everyone was in position, our men on the hill revealed themselves, piercing the enemy. My men have proven their reliability to me. Of course, the odds were far in their favor, but now I know they are capable of dealing with minor armies without much trouble. Hence, I decided to expand our army even further with more pikemen and well-trained Pergamon cavalry. Not with the same quality of Alexander's companion cavalry, of course, but powerful enough for now. In the midst of our recruitment, an ally of Pontus, the Cappadocians, declared war on us. They were probably working with old intel based on us recently losing to Mithridates. This could be our strength. Our new holdings and skilled fighters are definitely ready to be battle-hardened in a proper fight. I ordered my agent to scout out the enemy to see what they had in store for us. 2 grand armies, almost rivaling the infamous King of Kings himself. I thought to myself, how could I defeat him? Then I remembered the advice from K2. We needed to use the terrain, else we would be outflanked and lose once again. With no river ahead of us, we had to make an advantage of our own. An encampment with high walls, towers and open terrain all around us to spot the enemy would suffice. This was a risky move. Using myself as bait could very well cost my life. But rather that than them assaulting Ankara. Blessed by the gods, the Cappadocian took the bait. Surrounded in our fortification, I could only hope this would work. This would be a genuine trial for my men. The first army was moving towards us from our left. Luckily by now, we had managed to recruit 3 sets of Pergamon pikemen. With one at each of our entrances, we should be safe. As soon as the enemy's second army moved closer from the right flank, I ordered my auxiliaries to move outside of the camp. By doing this, we would be able to attack them from the side. After we surrounded the second army while doing rear charges to the first, they formally surrendered. I don't know what to say. This was a trial of strength. The Pergamon pikemen proved they are true descendants of Alexander's army. But still, After their defeat, these unworthy people used foul tricks to fight us. They must have poisoned our water supply, leading to illness and exhaustion in our camp. Problem that wouldn't stop us now as we pushed on, taking out one army at a time till they were no more. I ordered many buildings of our newly gained towns to be demolished in exchange for much needed farmland. We've been running on fumes these last couple of months, but now this might change. But then, I felt it inside me. Pain, suffering. I vomit in a nearby bush. This could only mean one thing. Why, oh why, mighty Apollo, must you curse me with a disease?